Hi to the HD channel, YouTube.
HD, YouTube, swipe up. No, wait, that's Instagram. You want to hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, hit the like, hit the like button.
Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, and comment below if you want to see more content with me and Juji.
Which you don't have to comment because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and
anyway, if you're excited.
And you can still swipe up. Try it on your screen and see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Put your finger on your
yeah,
TV screen.
comment below if you swipe up and something happened. All right, well, see you guys later.
Top gone red, I made a name for myself. I can't lie, I'm doing well for my age. My dogs said they're praying on my downfall. Well, they just choose in the casket, now they souls.
So we are at the LVAC with Mark Flex Anthony, my coach Roy Hamilton, and behind the camera, Mariah Don't Carry. And it's a pretty cool gym. I like this gym when I come to Vegas. It's like old school 90s. It's like they didn't change a thing since then. So for 20 years, it's been the same thing. So it is pretty cool. Oh, and Rachel's over there. She finally got it. But I'm just doing a chest pump and tricep pump, drive the carbs in the muscle. And yeah, so it's still really a real workout. It's just getting a pump there. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do that.
I'm a 94 baby, swanking like a brand new Mercedes. And I'm dapping down on my feet and my ride too clean. Wake up every morning, hand a lemon in my tea. Moral of the story is, you are you, and I am me. Just be. I'm a gentleman, now I'm settled in. Even when they said don't let them in, I said guess again. What's the way I walk into a room and everybody stare? Godfather like presence, everybody know I'm here. Stepping right into my office, pouring bourbon on the rocks. Toast to the homies that could never see the light, and the haters that forever see my ghost. What a night, ah man. Oh, you wanna know who I am? Oh, you wanna know me? Well, I'm the man that you knew. Now you know what it do. I'm a 94 baby, swanking like a brand new Mercedes. And I'm dapping down on my feet and my ride too clean. Wake up every morning, hand a lemon in my tea. Moral of the story is, you are you, and I am me. Just be. I can't lie, I'm doing well for my dogs said they're praying on my downfall. Well, they just choose in the casket, now they souls in the souls. I'm the man that you.
So if you want to have the best pump of your life, you do 2 scoops of free HD Elite, 2 scoops of Carb HD, and then some motherfucking sea salt in there, a couple cranks. And I guarantee the pump will get to ya.
Dorian, how was your workout today?
Did he bring his?
My workouts are always good, right? There's only one way to work out,
I have hers.
and that's the good way.
Where are we?
We are at Movement Fitness, I believe the gym is, and it's a pretty good gym. And I'm here with the Sultan of Symmetry, Flex Wheeler. Ben Pakulski hooked us up with the Flex Wheeler there because he said he's the best posing teacher there is. And I believe it because he's Flex Wheeler. So might as well get into look at my posing and maybe give you some pointers before the Cali Pro. Because my posing was one of the things that was going against me on some poses. So we'll see what he has to say. All right, so that's very interesting and a very great opportunity for me. Very grateful, so let's get to work.
Doesn't have that. Canadian doesn't have that either. I'm looking at your bone structure now. No. Yeah, no. So when you say if you go back in,
yeah, if you
that's
go
what
back,
I'm talking about.
yeah, the Gallic tribes.
Athletic too. You can do back flips,
He can like do his flexibility is unbelievable.
Mobility.
So can you send me your Instagram and all you guys so we can follow each other and everything like that? So before we start, I'm sorry, I'm a little different. You know, I just want to hear why you're doing this.
Yeah, sure.
What's your goal? You know, why did you start? So I can be more honest about how I can help you. And then I'll let you know, I say 45 minutes, but it'd be longer than that. Where you from? Why'd you got involved in this? What's your overall goal and all that stuff?
Yeah, so I started training at 15, and I went on the website.
15.
Yeah, on bodybuilding.com, and I was doing push-ups and curls at home, and then I learned that, wait a minute, you look like these guys, which is like you, Ronnie back then, Ronnie, because on the message boards I would post the pictures of the guys. Dennis, I really liked Dennis Newman back then.
So you notice you responded pretty good.
Yeah, so I joined the gym and I told the owner, even before ever training in the gym, I said, I want to compete in bodybuilding. He said, all right, well, here's a 3-day split. And then I did my whole diet myself for the whole year.
You did it yourself?
Yeah, 60 years old, I competed. And I won my class. There was only another guy, but he was like a big 20-year-old. Yeah, so I was
better to be first when it's two guys instead of last when it's two guys.
Exactly. And then I was like, wait a minute, I did this all myself. I didn't rely on anybody else. It was all me. And I really liked the fact that it was a solo discipline sport, because I played hockey, but I really liked the bodybuilding because
it's all on you.
Yeah, it's all about improving yourself. And the reason really why I started is because I think as a kid, I was feeling kind of like worthless because my parents were getting divorced, feeling of abandonment. And the only thing I could control was like, how can I become worthy and stronger? I'll just start doing push-ups. I'm gonna become stronger physically. At least I can do that. So I started doing that, and then once I started training, I got validation from people. Hey, you're good, you're good. So that unconsciously, I went with that route. But then I just started enjoying it a lot, just pushing myself in training. Like, I told myself, as long as I'm gonna move, I'm gonna train. You know, like it's not just bodybuilding. Like I like running. Like I like a lot of stuff that he tells me to like slow down and not do, but I do. I do like power hot.
Super healthy.
Yeah, power hot yoga twice a week. I was doing.
They used to call it Bikram, so I don't like using a rapist name anymore.
Yeah,
I've seen a story about
I know. You see the video where it says like one drop of my sperm, $1 billion. You see that?
Yeah.
He's crazy. This guy will be crazy. Yeah, so let's.
Serial
I know, so let's not talk about him. But
So anyway, so that I tried that too before. My God, I almost died.
Yeah.
It's great though.
It's amazing. I think a staple with bodybuilding should be nutrition, weight training, cardio, yoga. Should be part of it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can agree with you. Because flexibility is so great. It keeps muscle healthy. And,
for sure.
And for me, it was martial arts that kept me flexibility, and that enabled me to do certain things. Yeah. But also, I think it helped me to have a mature, healthier muscle back when I competed, because a muscle that's flexible is a healthier muscle than being muscle bound and all that stuff. Okay. All right. So what is your ultimate goal in the sport?
Well, I like to always go one goal at a time. And at first, in 2011, when I came second to the overall at the Arnold Amateurs, I was like, wow, I think I can become a pro. Back then I knew, because I was one place away from it. So next year I became pro, and then I was like, then I kind of went off the rails, drug addiction, lost everything, did 4 rehabs, homeless, I ended up with a shelter.
That's a big one. Like, so Antoine in Canada was like this shit. So he turned pro, he got sponsored with Universal. He was like the biggest deal, 23, 24 years old, big shit. He never partied when he was a kid or anything like that. You were kind of a nerd in high school, right? Yeah. He was kind of like, you know. So all of a sudden he started getting like a ton of attention.
Yeah,
he's
and
24,
along with that, all this
good-looking
BS
guy.
Yeah.
So, and then in Montreal, it's party city, there was a lot of rich, like older dudes and shit that were like, wanted to be around Jack guys. So they got him like, hey, we want you to come party with us, come hang out with us. And he went down a slippery slope and he got lost for like 5 years. Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't stop when I did 4 rehabs to stop. And then I came back, 4 rehabs in 2 years. And actually, in 2017, I was my last one. And I moved to Toronto for a girl, didn't work out, but then I hooked up with him again, because the year before.
Hooked up with him? What do you mean? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bro.
Yeah, so he helped me out. He said, okay, well, if you're gonna do the Toronto.
I watched it when we were singing So I watched him as a teenager. I wanted to be a pro too. So I saw him, and I was
what he did and
myself to
everything
him.
like that. Right.
So when I saw him go down that slippery slope, he was with Universal. I just got sponsored with Animal. So he knew like Frank McGrath, mutual friend.
Yeah.
So we ended up meeting, we knew each other. And then when he moved to Toronto, I was like, I kind of felt like, you know, a connection with him. So like I wanted to help him. So like I sort of extended myself to be like, yo, like, you know, so yeah, so that's sort of our relationship started.
Using food stamps and stuff, and my uncle helped me out. Yeah. So.
Well, not the rehab, but I had my other device.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I'll get something. And so he said, do the Toronto Pro, I'll help you with the money and stuff. And I said, all right, 12 weeks, let's do it. And then that was 2018 Toronto Pro Show. I was 4th, behind Cedric McMillan, Hakeem, and Huan Morel. I was 248, I was pretty smaller, but yeah, and then I was like, all right, cool, I'm back. And then I was 2 weeks out from New York Pro last year, tore my bicep. 2 weeks out. So I was like, shit. And then I just said, okay, what can I did the best thing I could do to come back.
I was scared during that time that he was going to relapse. It's like, if you're ever going to, you know what I mean? Like you were just...
Does it haunt you anymore?
Sometimes if I'm not vigilant with myself, if I let myself go spiritually, and if I just react too much, but I did have some slips and some mistakes, but every time I do one, I catch myself quick and I learn from it.
Yeah, my thing is, you guys already know, I mean, I'm suicidal. Been that way since I think the first time I tried, I was 12. Wow. So, you know, it's a lot of people would say, you know, Flex, geez, you got so much, you know, so much to live for. You got kids, you have your career. But the crazy thing about it, and kind of like with you have so much going for you, why would you do that? But the crazy thing about it is those things don't mean anything when you have that animal chasing you. So, you know, it's just difficult. So it never goes away, but it's just something that you learn to control a little bit more.
I like the analogy that it's like you're doing a race against the devil. So if you just slow down and stop, catches you, then you're done. So you always got to be proactive. It's like, how can I improve myself and be on the ball with, you know, just, you know, keep yourself in check and stuff like that.
Hopefully you talk about that more, because
I do.
Really help a lot of
I do
people.
on my stories and on YouTube. Good. I do help because I feel like because of that, it was a curse before, now it's a blessing because it's so easy for me to help people and make people.
So no matter what the truth is, if somebody just taught you that weeks ago, 2 months ago, once you get tired on stage, you're going to convert back to who you really were. 100%. So it takes a while, right? When you're up on stage, bro, and you're exhausted and you can barely breathe, you're going to say, F posing, I need to breathe so I don't pass the fuck out on stage. So you're going to convert back to barely posing, whatever it is, for you to be able to maintain being up there. So you will convert back to who you are. That's why repetitiously you got to do this over and over and over to the point this is the new you. So when you convert back to you, that is you. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth about it. I mean, it happens to all of us on stage, man. When you're up there tired and your vision starts going like this, you know you're about to pass the fuck out. You're gonna like, don't pose so hard because I'm gonna pass out. So you will convert back to your original person. So I want to see who that is right now.
Okay, you'll see,
Okay, so I'm gonna set up. First, I want you to do your mandatory quarter turns. Your way.
Okay.
How much does he weigh right now?
He's about 263 before we left, right?
Yeah.
So just walk. What a cocksucker you are, jeez. I hate him already.
Trying to spill him over a little bit through his flat. And he's been on like 800,000 grams of carbs every day. He just burns it up.
Ton of muscle on you. God dang. Wow. Yeah, a ton of muscle on you. Your condition is spot on for right now. I see some issues with your posing. We'll go over that, but wow. How old are you?
33.
33, and you've been competing as a pro for how long?
Well, I did that.
Not the bullshit.
Oh.
Just 2018, right?
Yeah.
2018 was his first show.
So 2 years, 4 years?
2 years.
2 years?
2018, yeah.
You got a pretty promising future ahead of you, bro, with that type of mass, and you haven't even put on the quality of mass that you can because your body can hold so much more.
Big frame.
Yeah, big frame to flow on.
Small and stingy. That's what
The reason why is because smaller frame guys, your how could we put it? Your cranium base, your bone structure is massive. So for you weighing 240 is you would probably have to be like a 260, 70 guy because your bone structure is so big. But now saying that, a small frame house can only be so much. A big frame house, it takes longer, but once, I always argue with guys like, a guy that's 5'6" is going to be able to beat you for a while, if you're 7'1". But once that guy becomes a full 7'1", nobody can F with him anymore because that's just too much muscle. All right, so go back over to your mandatory relax pose. Because I make suggestions. I'm not the boss here. Okay, you are, right? I make suggestions. I'm not a guru. I'm not a know-it-all. I make suggestions, and if we agree, then you do it, and if you don't, you don't, okay? I'm not one of those type of guys, so I'm gonna make suggestions on what I think. You give me your input on it, and if you agree with it, you're the boss, hence you made that decision to do it. You're gonna hold the pose a lot longer than you normally would, but that's conditioning anyway, so you need to be able to get to that point. So for me, right, he's only this wide, right? So I'm into cars. We lower our car so it's barely over the tire. We call it wheel space. It looks better, right? So if you raise your arm to a certain, all he's doing is demonstrating how wide he's not. Okay? So if you put your arm just barely over your lap, it shows that how wide, I know a lot of people, it's really big now. All I'm doing is showing my flaw that I'm not really that wide. Yeah, it's no wide, it's no width. So if I'm raising my arm this much farther over my lat, I'm just showing that I'm not really wide as I'm believing. And it's an illusion, I'm fucking it up, excuse me. So if you just open your arms as wide as your lats, and then just exaggerate a little bit more, about right there, lean back. Okay, so lock that in as a mental picture. Now go back and do it your way. No, you're not doing it your way.
No.
Do it your way. Your arms are a lot wider, you're way out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'm not consistent.
That's okay, it's okay. Okay, so see the similar difference, he's still changing a little bit because of what I said. But see what I mean by him being way out there and everything like that? So again, go ahead and try to open him up again. Just so all you're doing, okay, is you're gonna like spread your lats, open your shoulders, and then exaggerate just a little bit more. Right there, that was it. That was it. So, to me, right there, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'll tell you the pointers gave me, because he said I need to really like pretty much do that.
He said he was crunching too much.
Oh, he did. Definitely, I don't agree with that. Yeah. It's a relaxed pose. So you don't go, because you just made yourself shrink into a smaller man. Exactly. So there's a difference in between expanding my diaphragm versus expanding my arm. So I can do this, or I can do this. Okay, so now I just expanded. I made myself look a lot better because it's it's a expansion pose. There's only a few contracting poses. These are contracting. This is contracting. This is contracting. Everything else is expansion. I'm expanding. Okay. I'm expanding. Sometimes I'll go here, contract, and then back up, right? But you don't want to make yourself look smaller. So you're a good height for all the size you have. You actually look shorter because you have so much size. But as I stand next to you, he's not short. So go ahead and do your pose the way you normally are. Contract down and everything.
Contracting?
Yeah. So he just made himself shorter than what he really is against big men. Exactly. So it's another thing that I have. A lot of people, they'll do their abdominal thigh. They'll go like this. They just made themselves shorter. So what I do, I reach back as far as I can. I got no shorter.
Ben just told me that trick.
Yeah. So same thing. Yeah. So I got no shorter. So the same thing with this. Expand. Okay. Don't contract. So I want to show my abs. I want to show. No. Yeah. There's poses specifically for that. That's the expansion pose. Okay. All right. Go to your quarter turn. Okay, so what I want you to do, your feet are perpendicularly sideways. What I want you to do is just turn them just maybe right there. Now twist back. Okay, so I want you to take your left foot and insert it into your instep.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen Martin do that.
Now
That-
twist back.
Huh? Twist back?
Okay, so come over here so you can see this angle. All right, that's to be expected. So what he just did is, now I see his back hamstring. It looks like it's one huge leg. It's an illusion.
Yep.
Because he's worried about his waist being so big, he just turned. He has to turn back harder, which makes his torso look actually smaller. Okay? Now, perfect. You're doing, so stay, go ahead, go back. So all I want you to do, and he's doing a great job of it. Watch this, just turn a little bit more. Now it makes his shoulder look even wider. Contract on that chest. There you go. So you're showing that. Now, bring this just in just a little bit, and down here just a little bit. What you do is in between, you have to still project confidence.
Yeah.
If you're here, then you go like this.
Yeah.
No. So what I would always try to do is understand that the cameras are always trained on me, and the audience is too.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to look at you until I'm ready. So that one famous pose when I'm looking down, I'm trying to get ready, right? So normally a good photographer will never take your picture if you're not looking, all right? That's their money shot. They just caught that pose and it was great anyway. So that's why I never looked at the camera. So the other thing is I'm not going to drop my head because it's defeat, right? It's a defeatist mind frame. So if I go like this, so I just showed you my real size, right? And I just dropped my head. So what I'm going to be here is my movement still. Pow, okay? I'm not going to look. I'm going to get ready and everything. I'm going to twist. Then I'm going to come up and I'll let you know that I'm ready to be looked at, right? So I'll project that. So just don't drop your head. You're good.
Yeah.
Don't drop your head. So just here.
The side relax, we're looking forward though, right? Is that correct?
On
those ones here, we can't look like that. I think
No. Yeah, you're going to be here. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You're going to be. But what I'm saying is, what you did is, go ahead and transfer into the pose.
Right now?
Yeah. You did it different.
Yeah, of course.
Before it was this way, you collapsed.
Yeah.
Then this time you're like here, you made it into a movement, so I'm still projecting.
Yeah, on stage?
Yeah, it's all acting.
Yeah, on stage though,
I need you to act like this is stage.
okay, all the time, okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen? It'll become your norm when you're tired.
Yeah, true.
So
Tired.
always, when we're in here, you're on stage. Anytime you're posing, you're on effing stage. That's why I want you to hold the poses while we're talking, because it's working on your condition, all right?
Yeah, okay.
So go ahead and do your quarter turn.
All right.
Feeding, good. Bring this foot back. So it's going to be in your inside. There you go. Perfect, man. Perfect. Yeah, look at that big ass hamstring sticking out the back there. So they might, that's beautiful, stay. All right, stay. So they might say, bring your right arm down, all right? They might not like that. So what you do is you cheat. You bring it straight. No, bring it straight, and then you bring it right back.
Oh.
How do they build a house? How do they build a building? From the ground up. So you heard that saying, right? Old school, ground up. So lock that in, bro. Okay? Always lock that in from the ground up. Lock it in hard. And again, you're on stage now, so I need you to pose as hard as you would on stage. All the energy and everything. Pull hard on it. So you notice sometimes me and Kevin, we would snap our legs this way.
Yeah.
You know why? It's not for looks. It's to pop our hip flexors in. And we would re-snap them again, because if we felt that but we don't want everybody to know that, right? So when we do that, it's just to bring our hip flexors back in. Hip flexors, hip flexors, hip flexors, there you go, there you go, there you go. To the right. Fast learning, all right. I need to orchestrate that in, and I never figured out how to contract my glutes and my hamstrings, because if you look at all pictures before then of everybody, we just snapped them back. So I always got caught with soft hamstring. I didn't know how to do that, so and Ronnie really screwed that up for us. But anyway,
How's the pose right now?
so normally,
Okay.
yeah, so normally, again, the rule always is a rule, ground up. So honestly, if you turn here and you lock in hard, lock it in solid, anything you do from the upper body should still be the same, because you're locked in here, right?
Yeah.
So what I do is I turn my legs outward this way, because as you turn them outward, now they see that outside sweep. Your legs actually look wider, okay? And then what I'm doing from there is I'm pulling, like trying to pull harder. My feet are dug in and I'm trying to pull harder, which makes you contract on your glutes because you're trying to go like this, right?
Yeah.
So
you see more of the side of your leg. Way more
it's an illusion. So turn your feet face forward more. Come back. So that's your legs pointed straight. Now turn them outward.
How much
See that? That's
Wow.
yeah. And it helps you contract your glutes. You understand? Yeah, crazy. How do you keep your calves flexed while you're doing everything else? You just did it. Lean forward a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it. So turn your legs out, squeeze, dig into your calf, lean forward. There you go. So now, as you come in better, I can see it here. I can see the striations here, right? Just from you leaning forward. As you get leaner and leaner and do that more and more and command that mind muscle, you'll just barely be able to move, and it'll snap and come in, that bastard. As you're getting ready, then come into it. Still a pose on it. It's like fighting. I'm not gonna wait for you, man. I'm gonna give you everything I got, you know what I'm saying? Still on. That's what we call stilling poses. So you want to still poses in between transitions.
One in there.
Oh man, hell yeah. Blow, twist, okay?
Well, it's waist, twist is back.
That's right. And you can breathe through your diaphragm. So, do you know how to breathe through your diaphragm? So this is breathing through my gut, right? This is breathing through my diaphragm. I can do that with all my air going.
That's what Bear was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I do that.
So you have to. Two of the worst poses to do on stage when you're tired. Get some water. I see you rocking back and forth. You're a big boy. I'm not going to be able to catch you, bro. And this ground's going to hurt. Two of the hardest poses to do is contracting poses. Blowing your air out in your abdominal and thigh and your quarter turns, because you have to shrink your diaphragm down. But you can breathe. Same as a great MMA technician, when they're being choked, they have enough air. They can survive. It's just whether they panic. From there, quarter turn to the right. Pull on hip flexors. There you go. Sink that butt and pull on the hips. There you go. You got that front pose back down. You're not freaking way out here or anything anymore. Great. My front double bicep, which is my supporting leg. Which one? That's right, support. That means I can bring this leg up, it doesn't change anything, right? So as you turn here, okay, and you hear, what is your supporting leg? That's right. So whenever the leg away from the audience, your supporting leg, the other leg goes behind it. So it's two ways you can look at it, right? Supporting leg in front or leg away from the audience, behind. Okay, so supporting leg. Okay, there you go. Instep, remember. Cheat a little bit more. Put it in that instep. It's a huge difference, bro. Trust me when you see it on camera. Okay, twist. More. There you go. There you go. Big difference. Just have a turn back a little. I want him to be able to see it on camera. Okay, go. Stop right there. Now twist more. I'm talking to you on camera now. Look at your left shoulder, how you can see it so much more, and now you can contract that left pec. It's close to impossible to take all this in on one or two tries. That's why I'm trying to just throw everything at you.
Yeah, but it's going to be on there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why. So this is something you're going to have to continuously work on. Listen, ask me, ask Sean, ask Chris, ask Labrada. What's the main thing that gets you in shape? Posing. Yeah. Because it squeezes that intermuscular water out. Yeah. This thing that I tried to create a long time ago, I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but mind-muscle connection. Yeah. It just, when you're out of shape and you're trying to pose, it's hard. Yeah. It's draining, and it takes so much energy. You exert so much energy to command a pose, but as you do it over and over and over, just like your serratus, you're like to get it out. But once you've done it over, all you got to do is this. That's it. And that thing goes. That's connection. That's over and over and over. So it takes a lot less energy, but you're training the muscle to respond the least amount of effort. Yeah. But in here, it's hell. That's why I always say, man, you know, I want to go through hell. I want to train like hell, because in hell, right? a diamond is created in the most harmfulest, craziest environment. When we get back up here, I need you to exert the same type of energy that you would on stage. The only way, as an athlete, you say do a number of things, the only way we can perform greatly is because we train so hard when everybody's not looking. That's why we can perform great. Or else you have a person who performed great for a while and they diminish tremendously. That's what I fed on, and I knew it was gonna happen. Hardly anybody back at that time posed like we did. We go in the posing room 5 weeks out from a show, every day we go in there, 2 to 3 hours. I'd be ready to pass out. I go in there, the first time I go in a room, Chris and Rico can vouch for it. First time we go in a room, 5 weeks out, my gut's all big, it's hard to blow down, I can't control it. When I do it, I don't feel shit, I'm exhausted. I couldn't hold a pose for 5 seconds, but I would get to the point where I can hold each pose for 20 seconds without getting tired. I would do all my mandatory poses, 20 seconds holding each one of them without a break. Then I'd put in an entire CD and just pose, transitions, posing, just posing. What that does is it's training the muscle. What also it does, it trains you that you don't have to stay specifically on a beat of the music because you're used to it. All it is transitions.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna have to plunk out.
Yeah.
So if you follow me
For the pose down there.
Yeah. Even in posing, mandatory poses, we do it. Front last bed, I'll be like this. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, right?
Yeah,
so now the audience are looking at us, right?
Yeah,
and I'm making it a battle between, I know you're tired already. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to hit your pose immediately, right? Everybody do that now. It doesn't make any sense. Front over bicep, everybody's looking at each other. I'm gonna pop off quick. Bing, I'm gonna hit my pose. I'm gonna hit it before everybody because now I just commanded and I force everybody to look at me because I hit my pose first, okay? But you gotta be in condition to do that.
Yeah.
Now, when everybody relaxes, I'm gonna hold my pose 1/10 of a second or 2/10 of a second longer. Why? Because everybody relaxed. You gotta come back to me because I'm still in my pose. So I'm commanded I'm in better condition than you are. I'm also commanded that I'm in better shape than you are. And I'm stealing time away from the audience and all the other competitors. So just do a front over bicep. Ready? Front over bicep. You hit mine first. You looked at me. Relax. I'm still here. Then I relaxed. So you had to look at me before, you had to look at me during, and you had to look at me after. That looks a little better.
I still feel like it makes his diaphragm, his waist look.
Because you're looking at him straight on, right?
Yeah. I love his twist. I love his.
You're looking at him straight on. That's the reason why I took his feet and turned it, because you're no longer looking at him straight on, right? It's an illusion. But I feel, and you just said, I need to do it their way because you want to see if it makes a difference. I'm going to tell you this right now. It won't make no fucking difference. But you need to find out for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing it better now because before your shit was out here. All right, so bring him in. There you go. So what that also does is it gives you this, right? If you're here, okay, versus here. All right, see the difference? Also, turn, okay, which now, I didn't say bring forward, just here, okay? Now go ahead and do your front double bicep. Well, you're doing it now, or you weren't doing it before. Before you were going like this, instead of in.
Okay, more in.
Yeah, because it shows your peak. And also the other thing is just to show one bicep, go ahead.
Which one?
Either one, you're strong either one. Okay, so there's a difference between going here versus here. Look at the lat.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay. And now look at the tricep.
Yeah.
bigger tricep, bigger
Okay,
lat.
it's just twisting back. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an illusion.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now turn face front and do it the same way, your way. Face front. Turn more. No, turn.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Now do it. Now turn away. Now twist back. Now, okay. Here's the thing. Camera, come over just a little bit more. Okay, blow. Do your pose. See the difference? There you go. Now you can show this shoulder. You can contract on this back here, and you show this tricep. Versus here, you look narrower.
Yeah.
Blow that area down. Twist a little more. Twist, twist, twist. Blow hard. Blow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There you go. And notice your foot position is your concrete. You're stable. You're not all like this, right? So just put it, excuse me, just put it right underneath you, okay? Foot back a little bit more. See, I ain't even got no abs anymore and I still blow.
Too.
Yeah, extension, just showing little minor shit, dude. Stop. On your calf, you just got your calf back like this. You just got it back, okay? Put on it, squeeze on it.
Yeah,
you got a freaking sick calf, dude. I mean,
like that too.
yeah, yeah.
I always wondered why you just do that.
Yeah, most people do.
I always think
even like I was just talking to Hunter, freaking crazy calf, but he just goes like that. What the hell is that, man? Come to shit up on that shit, man. Yeah, really.
Yeah, that was good.
And with that also that position is allowing you to squeeze on your hamstring, your glute and hamstring more.
Yeah, I like that.
Isn't it easier to squeeze on it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the waist looks smaller too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice. I don't have nothing to say about that. And that's the same thing. I mean, go back into it. Great. I was going to say that's good because here would be. They're looking below. If we were standing straight, that looks great, right? But we're standing straight. We're not below them. But below, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's perfect. All I got to say about your rear double bicep on camera for you to remember. Foot position, opening up, and on that damn calf, hard as hell, which allows you then to contract harder in your glute and hamstring, okay?
All right. Going.
I know Paul used to be my roommate. I let him live with me for a while.
There you go. It's recording.
All right, what's up, guys? We are going to get a pedicure. So, you know what? During a shower, jumping into a hotel pool instead of washing yourself. It's more fun, it's quicker, and it's less dirty.